Today we are going to see someone who have a portfolio of multiple $billion in crypto, which is someone that can influence so much the crypto market. It's not someone you hear about it normally. That's this guy, Kim Jong Un, national dictator of North Korea. Of course, you don't see videos of him where he say 10 coins are going to the moon in the next month and 10 years ago. No, because actually what they do is hacking, and we're gonna see what they hack, how they hack, what they hack, and how much money they got on it. We get one of the addresses which is with $80 million, but we know, I know, you will know if you watch this video until the end, that they hack tons of stuff, and you need to pay attention because those guys, they wrecked me in the previous bull market, so I don't want this to happen to you. And to understand all this, we have to roll back in 1984 when North Korea established the Marine Academy. I don't know if we pronounce it like that or another way. It's North Korean language. Who knows? And they established the Automated Warfare Institute. We know that this have been a good investment because now they have at least 2,000 Bitcoins, which classifies them as a whale. Yeah, Kim Jong Un is a whale. Hi, by the way, welcome to Handsome Finance. If it's your first time here, what do we do? Because the blockchain is an open book, an open ledger, we check all the transactions that's happening and we know where's the money coming from, where it's going, who is buying before even they tell anyone. So we get massive insights on the market. Don't forget to prepare your little matcha. I'm pretty sure if every guy had a matcha kit at home, there will be no more simp. And the group we are going to talk about today is Lazarus Group, which is owned by North Korea. By the way, you really need to follow what those guys do because they taught me so much about what you can do on crypto and blockchain if you don't want people to follow you, because who need more than them? Actually, one of the first big hack of this group was a bit weird. It was Sony Pictures. And they were able to access previously unreleased films, script, and stuff like that. So we know what happened. Basically, Kim Jong Un had a date, didn't know how to bring it back home. Say you want a Netflix and chill, but he doesn't have it. So you say you want a Sony Pictures and chill. Call the guys, I need all the movies. And then he went, Pepe, don't worry, I got all the movies at home. Let's get serious a little bit. Before going all in crypto, Lazarus from North Korea did an amazing hack for the Bangladesh bank. It was a great cyber heist. So what they did is on February 2016, 35 fraudulent instructions were issued by security hackers via the SWIFT network to illegally transfer close to 1 billion from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York account belonging to Bangladesh Bank. Yeah, why those guys from Bangladesh stole their money in New York? Well, we all know why. Kind of. And then 5 of those 35 fraudulent instructions were successful in transferring 101 million, with 20 million traced to Sri Lanka and 81 million to the Philippines. So the Federal Bank of New York blocked the remaining 30 transactions amounting for millions due to suspicious raised by a misspelled instruction. Come on, guys. The fat finger. In 2017, when crypto got popular, they targeted South Korea and people who use Bitcoin and Monero. And we knew it was them because the technology used behind it was similar to the WannaCry and the attacks of Sony Pictures. Also, they managed to steal $7 million for Bithumb, but you will see that this amount is so ridiculous compared to how much they managed to steal in the next bull market. And when I said that those guys have billions of dollars in crypto, I was not lying. They are accused as well of stealing 4,500 Bitcoin in December 2017. That's not even the level of a whale now. We're in the humpback. And I know that doing this video exposed me as a threat for them, so they might want to hack me. So if you're watching these North Korean guys, please don't spend too much time on my pictures. I know I look beautiful, but don't make me amuse in your country. I already have too much attention. Thank you. And that's why we are going to dive in what they did in 2022, because that was an amazing year for them. They stole more than $1 billion of cryptocurrency on DeFi. Only for them, North Korea. That's crazy. And one of those attacks impacted me. So, Kim, I still remember you for this. If you remember well, on March 2022, they stole 600 million from the Ronin network, which is the network used by Axie Infinity, the little game where monsters attacked each other. And a friend was pretty big on that. He was building teams, training people to play for it. I was like, okay, I invest in one of your team. Now this money is lost. That's okay. Can cry at night. But let's learn how North Korea managed to hack and how they cover the trace. So maybe if you need one day, you could do it too. During their hack of the Ronin bridge, the Lazarus group gained access to 5 of the 9 private keys held by transaction validators for Ronin network. So basically, they stole after 170,000 Ether and 25 million in USDC. What they did to launder the money, that's where it's insane. They used 12,000 different crypto addresses. So we know those guys are good. The North Korea typical DeFi laundering technique is 5 stages. First, they send the stolen Ether to some intermediary wallet. Then they mix it in batch using Tornado Cash. Tornado Cash is basically you send your Ether to one address and then everyone send to some of the similar address. Then it send it to tons of different address, then spread it, then do that again a few times. So we don't know who is who at the end. Well, unless you trace it everything back, and that's what those guys did. When I say those guys, I'm talking about chain analysis. Then they swap the Ether for some Bitcoins. Then they mix the Bitcoin in batches. And then the Bitcoins were deposited to crypto to fiat service to cash out. Yes, because even if probably Kim Jong Un said that he's Satoshi Nakamoto, he's not. So he's not Bitcoin maxi. So they convert some in cash and they probably use it for different purposes in the country, but we know that they still stack some Bitcoin in some crypto. If you didn't understood anything that I just said, well, don't worry, because I'm going to give you a visual explanation and then we will see what is North Korea doing now and what they are going after, so you're prepared for the next bull market. All right? So the stolen Ethereum are sent to intermediary wallets. All this from Axie Infinity, we send it to different ones. Then it's mixed in Bash. So we send it all to Tornado Cash. Tornado Cash send it back to others. Then the Ethereum are swapped in Bitcoin. And then the Bitcoins are mixed in batches. And then at the end, we send the Bitcoins to cash out points. And that's why the OFAC used it as a sanction against Tornado Cash and said that everyone who used Tornado Cash is a criminal because Tornado Cash help for money laundering, but it's not their main purpose. The main purpose of Tornado Cash is to help people being anonymous. Otherwise, there's people like me checking the blockchain and the transactions and can know exactly what you're buying, what you're selling, and track back your address to assign it to someone and have all that. But you could use those things to cover your traces. Of course, it takes time. It's not always super useful. But for a big group or an entity, that would be important. If you like those kind of things, of course, don't forget to put a thumbs up and why not subscribe. Lazarus is now a pretty well-known gang and they haven't done anything in 2023, which is a bit strange. However, you can see that they did some strange things in 2020 where they targeted pharmaceutical companies, including AstraZeneca, to gain access to COVID-19 research. I don't know, maybe they wanted to be the first to come up with the vaccine, like, hey guys, we have it. I don't know what happened here. We don't know exactly what they stole, of course. Then they targeted more cybersecurity researchers and then it was the bull market, so they went full on crypto and they did really well. By the way, another thing is Axie Infinity. I think at some point the owners were in the Philippines and we know that North Korea sent money to the Philippines. I don't know what are the ties between China and the Philippines. Well, China invested a lot in the Philippines. We know that for sure. Some people would say that now China controlled the Philippines. We're not here to talk about geopolitics. We're here to talk about on-chain, blockchain, crypto, shitcoins. Okay, that was a good reminder. But just saying, we could think that something could have happened around this. It's speculations. The crypto market has been going up recently, but what we don't talk about enough is what happened in 2022 because that was the worst year for crypto in terms of hacking. where almost 4 billion were stolen, primarily from DeFi protocol and by North Korea and linked hackers. 2021 was also a good year, so we can imagine that 2024 will also be a good year for them. And of course, they are big. In 2021, they stole for 500 million, and 2022, $1.6 billion. So actually, we could see when the market top is every time when North Korea goes big on it. Look at that. 2018, 500 million, before it was a lot less. 2021, same. So I'm looking forward for 2023, which they did almost nothing. So we knew it was bear market. And then they are probably going to do it more and more in 2024, 2025. Could North Korea give us a sign of when to sell? That's a good question. You can tell me in the comments. However, when you add that up with their 100 million on the blockchain here, actually it would be interesting to track, and I can track that because I have the address, to know when they are sending Bitcoin to an exchange or somewhere they might be doing some moves. Because yes, I'm going to say it, but I'm pretty sure that Kim Jong Un and Lazarus Group can influence the market as much as the fall of FTX did. And what we know between those two guys, iconic hairstyle. That seems to be the thing, an iconic hairstyle. If we link everyone who's been big, it's always iconic hairstyle. The previous video we saw, iconic hairstyle. The guys in the 40s, anyways, you know where I'm going, and let's not go there. And following the Tornado Cash OFAC designation, well, they adapted quickly because now they use different mixes. Before it was only Tornado Cash, now they use Symbol, some other one, and some Tornado Cash. So they try to use different ones to make it maybe harder to track them. However, if there's one thing we can learn from this, because of course this is all negative to the market, we know it's going to happen again. And you know as well, if you want to cover your trades, you can use that. Now, if they hack somewhere, the price of those coins are going to dump terribly. And we know that North Korea can influence the crypto market because they have big holdings of it. Which is make us conclude that actually North Korea might be one of the biggest crypto holders as a country. I wonder if it's just Kim Jong Un that have his little ledger key at home, but it's something really interesting. And as they've been really quiet, I kind of feel scared of what's going to happen in the next year with them. I hope most of the hack will not work. I hope that the security will level up and the people developing projects understand how they hack so they can protect themselves against it, and that will protect us as well. We know they like to hack DeFi protocols because I guess it's a bit easier to do and we can find problems or errors in the contract. So I will not be surprised if they go with decentralized exchange specialized in trading, because those guys hold all the funds in USDC or similar crypto, which is perfect for them to hack. So let's see, be careful, don't put all your crypto in the same basket or the same wallet. If you want to go further into understanding what's happening on chain, know when an influencer is buying before he even tweets about it, and know when he is selling, when he's not telling you, and how to spy what's going on the blockchain, well, I will put a link in the description if you want to join us. A great community. Anyway, it was a pleasure, and check this video about this person, but don't forget one thing: stay handsome. Ciao.